when I first started traveling and doing these things, my parents did not approve.
Welcome to the channel guys, my name is Varun. Today's vlog is all about a meetup which happened on 1st of March in motor store and cafe called Bangalore, where I finally got the chance to meet my favorite motovlogger. His name is Alex Chacon. He's an ex-medical student who had sold all his belongings in 2012 just to travel around the world. Since then, he has traveled over 50 countries across the globe and his journey is still going on. You know what guys, Alex Chacon is a big name in motovlogging because of the content and the quality he delivers in his vlogs. As I remember back in 2014, he uploaded one video on YouTube about different selfies which he took for 3 years in I don't know how many countries he traveled. That video went viral like anything. It crossed over 200 million views across internet. I'm pretty damn sure somewhere down the line you may have seen that video on internet, maybe on Facebook, YouTube or any other platform. So recently he was invited by Indian government to travel across Karnataka in the Golden Chariot train to promote tourism across Karnataka. So on the last day of his stay in Bangalore, he invited all his subscribers to meet him in the motor store and cafe.
Between the border of Mexico and United States. So my culture is Latin, and I find that very important today because the Latin culture, the Indian culture is very similar. Because when I first started traveling and doing these things, my parents did not approve. So I know the struggle that everybody here faces, and if they travel, if they ride motorcycles, or if they just want to do something their parents don't approve of. So I feel very connected to you guys and your culture because of that. So back in 2011, I basically was in medical school. I quit. I sold everything I had. I jumped on the motorcycle and I drove from Alaska to Argentina and back in 500 days. That video, I had a vlog at the beginning. I then started posting pictures, and then after my trip, I posted that video. That video went viral. That was my first viral video, and that's what started the process, and that's why I'm here today. So after that video, I made the epic selfie video, which is the most viral video I've ever done, and I think it'd be... Whoa! And that to me was the most incredible video because everybody seems to connect with it. Because the motorcycle stuff I do is great, but when you realize that you can take a selfie, I can take a selfie, the people can really connect with you that way. So the motorcycle, not everybody drives motorcycles, but everybody takes selfies. So that to me was the most incredible experience to connect with people around the world that way. Again, thank you guys for being here. I know it's very crowded, and I apologize for that. So my history then went on to, from that selfie video, it just became brands, companies, tourism boards started coming to me and saying, we want you to produce something similar. So for the last 2 weeks, I was here in near Bangalore and all the states, promoting tourism with the government of India, with Incredible India. You might have seen some photos from their handles. So that's what I do now, is even though I was starting on motorcycles and I continually do motorcycle content, my passion has always just been travel, meeting people, doing meetups. So that's where I am now. In the future, I hope to continue and only grow the content and the experiences and the adventures that I share with the world, because my goal is to be able to share an experience through the power of video, because not everybody can do what I do, and not everybody will ever get to experience what I have experienced. So if I can connect with people talking or showing through a video, that is my ultimate goal. Yeah, so the question was being kind of set in your life, the security of a job, family, and whether or not you should leave that and how do you do it, right? Yeah, so that was. So for me, it was a question of what did my heart and my spirit and my soul need? It wasn't what it wanted, what did it need? And my entire life, I had felt a hole in my heart of something I didn't achieve, something I didn't do, because I figured when I'm old, I have children, I want to be able to say that your grandfather, your son, whatever, I mean your father, whatever, did something incredible, and this is what he did. So for me, it was very easy to sacrifice job security, sacrifice making my family angry, sacrificing, leaving loved ones behind to achieve something. The risk you take, though, is you never know where the road's going to lead you. So I didn't know I was going to make a selfie video. I didn't know I would be here. I didn't know anything. My initial goal was to feed myself, my soul, my spirit. So when your passion is strong enough for something, you will have to do it. You have to follow it. But you also have to weigh the consequences, because there is a large chance that I would not have been successful in my journey, in my videos, or anything I would have done. So you have to be very confident in your abilities in what you're doing. So it's not easy. And with my family, it was very difficult to say, Mom, I love you, but I'm leaving and I may never come back. So it's always hard to hear. So my inspiration was, first, trying to explore and have an adventure and be able to have something to share with people when I talked. That was unique, that was different. That was my first inspiration. My second inspiration was realizing that I grew up in a place that most people never leave my city and my state. So I said, I want to show people here that there's a whole other world out there. And that was my second inspiration. My third inspiration was because I wanted my children in the future to be proud of me. If I ever have kids, I don't know yet. But I want basically to say, when I die, I want to be able to show a 2-hour film of my life for the last 70, 60 years, however long I last. And basically, instead of people being sad that I died, of enjoying like a 2-hour movie, and this is what he did in his life. So that's my third inspiration. The best things in life aren't easy. Traveling Alaska, Argentina is not easy. So everything in life is about challenge, risk, rewards. The greater the risk, the bigger the reward. Yeah, it's a good question. I like that one. No, the biggest headache for me is packing stuff. It really is. Try to take one drone, try to take 5 pants, try to take 1 underwear. It's always a difficult question. I always go for drones and camera first, then I go for underwear. Priorities. So basically, you have to take everything. Summer, shorts, sandals, motorcycle jacket. In the last year, I did heated gear, much nicer. But basically thermals, so everything that you can imagine. So when you see my motorcycle, my entire home, my house is there. Everything that I own is on the motorcycle, because you have to expect the unexpected. For instance, 2 weeks ago, I was in Bolivia.
Yep.
And then, right, yeah, that's my latest video. I'm kind of behind, I apologize. So basically, in a matter of 10 hours, I went from sea level jungles to 5,500 meters. So snow, hail, crazy conditions. So you have to be prepared for everything. So the wardrobe is difficult. I don't always smell great. This shirt was actually brown yesterday of how much I wore it. And I washed it somebody washed it for me last night, which is amazing. So yeah, it's nice to have clean stuff. But again, it's not about how you smell, what you look like, how cold you are. It's about where you're going, how you do it. So my sacrifice is that I'm not always clean. And yeah, when people travel and do stuff, you're on vacation. You don't want to work out. But when you do a full-time job like me, which is create content, videos, and everything, you have to make the sacrifice and the effort to do it. Otherwise, you will get fat. And when the motorcycle falls, you will not be able to lift it up. And that's what happened in Bolivia 3 weeks ago. I dropped the bike like 6 times. If I had not been fit, I would not have been able to pick up the motorcycle. So my safety and my life is in my hands. So I always make a sacrifice to do something. But diet is number one. And it's been so hard in India to eat well because the food is so good. I've been eating everything. Another question?
So
Sorry, go ahead.
So in Bolivia, you were like away from civilization for 3 days.
Yeah.
So how was that experience?
So in Bolivia, I was out of civilization for about 3 days. No cell service, no gas, no water. I took 12 liters of water and I took 44 liters of fuel. It was a long trek. No cell signal, no nothing. It was amazing because that to me is like, when you think of India epic rides, you think Ladakh, you think Leh, you think that incredible part. For me, in Latin America, in the western side of the world, the most epic ride is 3 days in Bolivia through what's called the Altiplano. So there's no services, you go from jungle to mountains to snow, everything. And as you'll see in the videos coming up, it's pretty amazing.
What do you want to tell people about solo traveling?
So solo traveling, what do I want to tell people? It's not for everybody. So most people are not meant to solo travel. Like I said, if you want to learn if it's for you, do a small trip first, figure it out. If you like it, keep doing it.
That most adventurous terrain that you have ridden? Most challenging?
Most adventurous terrain I've ridden in is probably... Ladakh had some nice terrain, but it was not too difficult. It was okay. Anybody can do that, I think. But Bolivia, South America definitely has crazy conditions. Number one, because 3 weeks ago in Bolivia, I was riding through sand. The next moment I was driving through ice. I fell in ice like 2 times. And then it's the altitude, because at 5,500 meters, a carburetor motorcycle does not have power. It barely goes. So, yeah, challenges like that.
And which is your most favorite touring bike? Comes to touring bikes, right?
So touring bike, which is my favorite? I love to say that any bike can be an adventure bike. Any bike is a touring bike. If you put bags on your Royal Enfield behind you, that's a touring bike. So it's not about the bike, it's about the adventure.